Hey guys, and welcome back to Tommy's Starcraft. This is your host Tommy with another Starcraft Remastered replay for you guys. Once again, we have a great engagement in between two pro players from the South Korean scene. So let me just start by introducing the players to you guys. We have once again spawning here in the upper left in the brown. It is BISU with his AK only star. And his opponent is going to be none other than spawning here in the lower left in the purple. It is Queen once again. And I say once again because there is actually recently another replay here in between these two players. However, a very long replay, this time a little bit of a shorter replay. So let's just see exactly what these two players have prepared for us, as the overlord here from Queen is going into the right direction. BISU already very early out with this probe here, builds here a pylon, so this will very likely indicate the build order here from BISU, which we've seen before, with perhaps a wall in here, perhaps a fast expansion build order here, as he's also moving out with his probe straight into the right direction here, straight into the base from Queen here. Queen, perhaps this should be his overlord, of course, and let's just see what build order is he going to choose, given the fact that now BISU knows exactly where he is. It's going to be a 9-pool strategy here first by him, and BISU already being annoying as possible against this drone, so perhaps even Queen now knowing, given the fact that this probe was very fast into his base, he should know of course that BISU is into this location here. As we see BISU just sending here another probe into the expansion zone. His other probe is being annoying of course as possible, and let's just see, is he going to save for a nexus first, perhaps a gateway here, or a forge? Indeed, is going to be a forge first. Of course you really need that forge just to place 1 or 2 cannon here in the back, just in case the Zerg wishes to be aggressive. So a pretty standard build order here by the Protoss. Let's just have a look. We have a nice fight here in between this probe and the drone. Queen needs to be careful, as look at that, if the first kill here goes out for BISU. So BISU nicely microing here this probe and even building a pylon here against the Zerg. So he's just going to be as annoying as possible and also buys himself so much time here. So really great stuff here by BISU with his first probe, as Queen is of course now forced to place his expansion into another location, but in come the Zerglings out. Perhaps this pylon will be cancelled, and now Queen finally can take this expansion, as 6 Zerglings are out on the map. Notice that the Queen has already left his drone here into this place as well, so we might see his second expansion here going up, as the first 2 cannons are also being spawned here. Nice position here for this overlord. The probe is still being chased. Another overlord nicely positioned here, just to notice any army move out here. And yes, indeed, Queen decides to take this second expansion. However, he did lose quite some time here. BISU doing a very nice job early on. Now perhaps more and more Zerglings are being spawned. No, he's actually droning up as the Zerglings are moving out on the map. I believe there's 8 Zerglings now. Let's just have a look. Actually 9 here. Yes, indeed 9, but there are 2 cannons, and you guys know that 2 cannons can one-shot a Zergling. However, Queen very cocky here, moving here straight forward. Lots of Zerglings have of course lost their lives. However, please excuse me, 3 Zerglings do make it here in the main from BISU. So yeah, the probes will have to fight a little bit. Perhaps some mining time will be lost here. Nice job here by Queen. He decides now to take some risks after losing quite some time early on, thanks to that probe here from BISU. He's perhaps going to try to kill one probe or the other. It's going to be very careful. BISU of course very good with his micro. One probe already taking some damage. The Zerglings do heal very fast in here, so do the probe shields. And now BISU decides to perhaps kill these Zerglings. In come the first Zealots. So yeah, it's never nice to have some Zerglings here into your main, and even one probe almost getting killed here by these Zerglings. However, the Zealots is on position. Nice overload also here into this position, and this position, as BISU already had 21 workers here versus the only 13 here from Queen. A nice block here with that cybernetic score. It should be a cybernetic score indeed for those later for those dragoons. One probe already taking so much damage. However, still 3 Zerglings are being left alive. One might get killed. He's very low, as more and more Zerglings are being produced here. So really annoying stuff. Once again, one probe and the other probe also taking so much damage here. So Queen doing this time a very nice job, denying some gas mining time here from BISU. Really good stuff here by him, as this one zealot is very likely going to explore this location in here. The other zealot tries to protect those ropes here, and look at that, a nice sim city built here by BISU, just to try to deny the move out here in by those zerglings. Forge with that upgrade, the first weapons upgrade, very strong here by BISU. Let's have a look at the main from Queen in here, what exactly he's going for. His tier 2 has been upgraded, he's going straight for a spire, but this is of course being scouted here with this zealot, as the other zealot also makes it into this expansion. Sadly for BISU, he's getting caught and killed here, as there's only one zealot with one zergling with legs being upgraded here, so finally he gets taken out as well. Let's have a look. The first Corsair is also out, pretty much sure out on the map. Of course, Corsairs very important if you're a Protoss versus a Zerg, as you can chase those overlords, as you can kill those overlords, given the fact that they're very slowly moving here out on the map. Yes, and also the Corsairs could nicely be used for scouting purposes, just to see exactly what your opponent is up to. In this case, of course, Corsairs versus that Spire versus the Mutalisk perhaps and the Scourge. A very effective unit indeed, as BISU tries once again to come in here with it. Zealot, however, it gets nicely surrounded here by Queen, as we have another macro hatch here by Queen. So let's have a look, what exactly is he going to for. Perhaps this spire is just a fake spire, perhaps he's going to transition into some Hydralisk with lurkers. Everything is possible, as more and more zealots are being pumped here out by BISU, as he's once again moving out here with a relative small force. He's also going into another cannon here, so he fears of course some Mutalisk harassment here, but he should be pretty fine with those Corsairs, if you ask me. Let's just have a look at the main once again from Queen. More drones are being pumped up. I don't see any Mutalisk yet, as 2 macro hatcheries are being built, also a nice creep colony, so in case BISU is coming in here with some zealots, the same city from Queen should be really nice here for him, as 3 zealots make their way in. Some drones are even being pulled, a nice evolution chamber just to block the entrance here from the zealots, as the sunken will be finished really soon. So nice job here by both players, as perhaps BISU is going to transition his zealots into this position, but Queen reacting very fast here, just builds an Hydralisk then this time, and a nice hidden sunken colony in the back. Let's have a look at the army move out here. It's getting even chased by a Scourge, so just he sees exactly what BISU is up to. Zealot legs should of course be upgraded really soon. We have a Templar archive, so we might see some Psionic Storm. Psionic Storm very good against a Zerg. And here we go, legs have been upgraded. BISU is coming in here with 5 zealots. Actually, even more zealots are being added here by BISU. BISU being very confident here. Drones have to be pulled. BISU is also chasing those Scourge and those overlords. Nice pushing here by BISU. He needs to be careful against the Scourge. Scourge do get some connection, but BISU takes out that first sunken. Goes now for some drones. All the Zerglings have been killed, and more zealots are joining in here the fight, as more and more Zerglings are making out from the base. Really good job here by BISU. He's still at 4 zealots here, killed so many Zerglings. He did kill perhaps a drone or 2, and in the end he has to of course move out, but damage has been done. However, some overlords has been killed as well. Let's have a look at these Corsairs as they kill more and more overlords here. There is a spore colony here, but BISU doing a really nice job here. Supply blocking here once again. Queen at 36 supply, so really good job here by him. Excuse me, as more and more Scourge are chasing here now these Corsairs away. So really nice job here by BISU, also buying time here for his expansion at the 12 o'clock position, defending it nicely with some zealots in here. And let's just have a look what the answer is from Queen going to be. He is very hurt, as those Scourge are trying to get some connection. Queen at only 29 workers here versus the 46 already from BISU. Perhaps BISU is just going to allow this Scourge to go into a cannon here, but he needs to be very careful. Nice job here by Queen, taking out 2 Corsairs. So really good job here by him with those Scourge. but at the same time he needs to be careful with his economy. That's exactly why he's droning up already at 37 drones in here. Once again, this is a nice SimCity build here with those sunkens. Let's have a look at his other expansion. He even added another sunken just in case BISU once again will try to come in here with some zealots and high templars. Of course, the high templars could be morphed into archons. Archons very, very strong here against the Zerg. This time BISU taking care of those scourge, as Queen once again decides to retreat a little bit and his Mutalisks are out. So indeed he's going for Mutalisk with Scourge. Scourge of course just to take care of those Corsairs, and Mutalisk just to take care of perhaps some economic damage. This would be a good position. However, he needs to be careful against those high Templars with that Psionic Storm, as we once again have a army move out here by BISU with those Zealots, and another sunken colony is being added here by Queen. However, this time he has Mutalisk in the air, he has Scourge, so BISU just has to retreat here as more and more Scourge are being added. Let's have a look. BISU also taking this position, perhaps he wishes to expand into that position as well. High Templars need to be careful, they might get sniped here as they morph into an Archon. A fast reaction here by BISU. BISU, however, taking so much splash damage here out of the Scourge. However, many Corsairs do make it out alive, so this time the Mutalisk have to retreat. Let's have a look how many Corsairs they left. Six Corsairs with 1 weapons upgrade. Some Mutalisk very much hurt with that splash damage. He has to of course retreat. Those Mutalisk can wait for the Scourge, so nice air fight here by both players. Finally some Mutalisks, but these two Archons of course backed up by those Corsairs will be very strong against the Mutalisk. Let's have a look at the upgrades from the Zealots. 0 to 2 already, as more and more Sunkens are being added here for Queen, so he perhaps decides to go straight for air, a Compulsion. He even decides to expand into this position, as once again we have a stalemate. Both players have calmed down and perhaps they will regroup their units here. And let's just have a look at the follow-up here. Corsairs with some Dragoons are now being added, so Dragoons also very strong counter towards those Mutalisks and some Zealots. So BISU is moving out his forces to nicely. Archons here also very good with their splash damage, as more and more gateways are being added. So BISU at 59 workers, feeling very confident here. He's moving out his forces. However, we have a nice engagement here. The expansion from BISU. BISU needs to be careful, his Corsairs might take so much damage here. However, somehow these Corsairs make it out alive pretty much, and the Mutalisks once again have been chased away, as there's also an Archon here being left in the back. So pretty good stuff here by BISU. Those Corsairs very tanky, somehow make it out alive against all of that Scourge. Still lots of Mutalisks are being left. Mutalisk of course regenerate their hit points really fast, as we even have a Dark Templar here out on the map, nicely positioned just to see exactly when an army move out is going to be. So many Sunkens are being added here by BISU, by Queen, sorry. However, BISU decides to take this position here, and some Sunkens are being exposed here. More and more Sunkens are being added. In come the force from BISU. Zealots are once again in the front. The Dragoons also dealing so much damage here. Archons not getting any connections yet. Let's just have a look. Zealots in the front taking so much damage, but the real damage dealer are of course the Dragoons, and perhaps later on the Archons. So what exactly is the answer from effort is going to be? From Queen, sorry, he's going straight for the expansion here from BISU with his Scourge. But the real damage is being done here in the expansion from the Queen. Queen losing so many drones once again. All of the Sunkens have been killed. The Zealots have fallen again. More and more Zealots are being added. Queen is trying to kill of course so many workers here. So nice engagement by both players, as the workers from BISU have to be microed out. The cannon has been taken out. There's so much damage going on left and right. This expansion is doomed here, as BISU has made his way into the expansion effort. Sorry, Queen once again supply block. He's trying to go for this nexus straight here, but is there any protection here coming in from BISU? Cannons have been lost. Let's have a look. This expansion of course lost. This expansion will also be lost. However, will be enough time for those Sunkens to get up, as the Mutalisks are still in the game, but these Corsairs would have taken care of those Mutalisks, as the Dragoons have also taken up the Scourge. So really nice game here by both players. A very strong game. Queen decides this time to go for some Mutalisk with Scourge. but in the end this macro from BISU here proving to be way much stronger, and also perhaps if these Sunkens would have finished, Queen might have had a chance. However, if you ask me, the army composition here from BISU was just way too strong, and the reinforcement pumped here from those gateways, especially the zealots, just to soak up the first attacks, would have been way too great. So really great strategy by both players here. BISU proving to be a little bit much stronger here against Queen. I hope you guys enjoyed this replay. Of course, I will be seeing you guys in the next replay. Hold on, let's just watch the statistics a little bit. Here we go. Just a second, I will just be clicking on the overview. Queen actually in the first place here. So really good stuff here by both players. A nice gameplay here by both players. Very balanced, of course. Both players from South Korea. Very strong and talented. Okay guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this replay. I will be seeing, of course, in the next replay. This is Tommy signing out.